Oh hey, I didn't see you guys up there. How's it going? It's Quipz. We're back with another episode of Quipz Creates. Today's a very special day. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Quipz, what do you mean it's a special day? What is today? I'm glad you asked. Today is Interior Day. So, we're going to be finishing up this interior. I tore down most of the last interior, started planning out the rooms and everything. I have a plan done for this. It's going to be a nice little tavern. And the other interior I want to do is this beast of an interior in here. I mean, if we take a look at the shapes and stuff in this build, it's just all over the place. There's like balconies everywhere, windows all over the place that I want to try to connect up. I did the windows with no semblance, like zero idea of what the inside was gonna look like. So it's gonna be tough. This is gonna be a tough cookie, but it's okay. We enjoy crunchy cookies. We're none of that chewy stuff. We like the crunchy cookies. While I build this interior, I'm gonna tell you a story about my experience with decorating. When I first moved into my new place, I was trying to figure out the best way to lay out my room. I had this vision, right? My desk had to be perfectly centered with the window. Like exactly centered. That was non-negotiable. And then I had these two giant bookshelves, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put both of them on the left side of my room. I figured it would be nice to look over and see all my cool stuff. The thing is, once they were up, it felt cramped. Like the whole left side of my room was just gone. This big wall of bookshelves just ate up all the space. But I was stubborn. I mean, I already moved them, and I was convinced that it was right. My family kept telling me, hey, maybe try moving them? I was like, no, it's fine, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Spoiler, I did not. Eventually, after a lot of grief, I gave in, moved them to either side of my desk instead. And wow, the room felt so much more open, like night and day. It's one of the best decisions I made while unpacking. So yeah, the moral of the story is, be open to change. Just because you have this vision in your head doesn't mean it's all gonna work out perfectly. Sometimes you gotta experiment and be willing to shift things around a bit. Might have taken us 3 episodes, but we finally got this interior finished and it's ready to show off. So we're gonna go take a look. This is our tavern. We gotta name it. It's something cool, but yeah, here we go. Here's the entranceway, the staircase to go upstairs, where the employee lives, me. But we got some bookshelves. We have planter area with some cool lights. Over here we have kegs and stuff for the bar. I think they came out pretty good. It's just my storage. Don't judge me, I gotta organize still. Here is the bar area. I love the open ceiling. I think that it's kind of like ornate. It opens up. But these lights, I have a little bit more to do with item frames to make them look a little bit better, but for the most part, I'm a big fan. We got a nice little pool table. I gotta put some balls on here. And then at these tables, I want to do some stuff with the armor stand data pack and have some people sitting down. I think that would look pretty cool and bring some life into this bar. Here is my hectic extra barrel storage, because everybody needs storage, and I ran out of ideas for things to put up here. So this is all storage. A lot of it's empty, a lot of it's like miscellaneous, but I'm trying to organize stuff. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Here is the bedroom, the employees only bedroom. Very small, but it'll do. I like the window. This is like one of my favorite parts. Then I have the nice little balcony in the back. I could see this build. You could see the big thing that's going to be going up here at the end of the episode today. But yeah, for not being the most interior oriented person, I feel like I did a pretty good job. If you guys agree, leave a like or subscribe. If you disagree, leave a comment saying, Quipz, never touch an interior ever again, you suck. And I'll take it. I just want some feedback. I think I did a pretty good job. I think it looks pretty nice. There's definitely a lot to improve on, but yeah, let me know. Welcome to B-Site. This is where all the dirty work happens. Everything I'm trying not to show on a video, but I thought it was important to talk about it. So we're going to be coming here in a later episode and doing some work with the villagers. They're free range. They're not all in captivity, not put in cells. They're getting their work done in here for sure. Yeah, the next big thing I need to do today is get a ton of resources for our next big build, which I am super excited about. I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. I don't want to give away too much, but I think you guys are going to love it. I need a lot of materials. I shared the color palette in a post, and the biggest thing I need are quartz pillars, which they're expensivo, which means I have to buy them from villagers for a price. These guys over here in the aprons give me these quartz pillars. I need a lot of these, and I only have 2 of these villagers, so it's gonna take a while. Where's the other one? There. Thank you. Now you might be wondering, Quipz, how'd you get all this pale oak? So I didn't go find a biome, because that would have been way too smart. Instead, a wandering villager showed up, and he had pale oak saplings, so I bought a couple while I was grinding out the emeralds and stuff. So I thought that was pretty good use, and I got to cut down on a lot of exploring time, because with large biomes, things are very far away. So it would have taken forever for me to get to pale oak. Same thing happened with mangrove at the beginning of the episode, because you might have been wondering, Quipz, where'd that mangrove wood come from in your interior? Yeah, that was also a wandering trader. They're just so useful when they have the right things for you. They're useful. I just need one with dark oak, and I need one with acacia, and then I should have all the... Oh, and cherry. Then I should have all of the overworld wood types, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna keep gathering away, and we'll get on to the next part of the video. We need some modifications to the moss farm. I've been sitting AFK for a little bit too. I needed bone blocks, so we went and made more bone meal makers, which everything in this farm right now is making bone meal. And eventually I'll switch these hoppers back around to put moss back into this chest, but for now, we needed the bone meal. The farm is completely self-sufficient, so this dispenser here is filling up. I think eventually it'll overflow into here, and I'm gonna have to add another overflow chest up here. It's very slow, the fill up, because not all of it's being redirected back into the hopper here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep making bone blocks, keep making these. I think I need about this much, but I'm just gonna turn all of this into bone blocks. And then the next thing we have to do is make a snow block farm. All right, the snow farm's done, guys. We got a little setup here. I'm just gonna cover up the ceiling. It's not pretty by any means necessary. I could take a look with the cheaty flying head cam over here. This is our snow farm. And the way it works is that the snow golem is like hovering over these 3 blocks, so I could break these like pretty continuously. I need a better shovel, but yeah, these will break. And they'll go into the crafters because there's hopper minecarts in here. I can't really get the best angle of them. Yeah, there's hopper minecarts under trapdoors to get these items. And then they go into the crafters, and every time this one fills up, all 3 of them will pulse. So it's not like super efficient in that regard, but I think it works well enough. But yeah, I have 1,663 snow blocks to make, so I'm gonna be sitting here for a long time. That's okay. It's been maybe like 25 minutes of using the snow farm. I went through 5 diamond shovels worth, and we have enough snow. It's still going, but should be stopping pretty soon, I think. I have no idea, but yeah, we got a really good amount of snow. I need this much. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot. It's a lot to place, but let's get ready to start bringing it over. So we got everything together, whole bunch of materials that we need for this build. But I think before we go and build it, I want to go back into the Oasis village and work on the big one. I know. I spent all episode leading up to the big thing that's going to be built here. We have a little bit more time. So we're going to take our talents over here for a little bit. Now, guys, I know what you're going to say. Quipz, what about this? You were going to do the interior. Why are you doing this Oasis over here? You were going to do this. Yeah, I know. The cookie was too crunchy. It was too crunchy. I couldn't solve how to make all of these rooms feel unified. I had one big room in the center in my test, and I'm still trying to figure out how I can break this up. And the ceiling, it's like there needs to be a ceiling at this height, and then over here it needs to be at that height where this window is, and then it needs to be at that height where that window is, and it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know how to do this interior yet. I know I said we were gonna do it, but I need a little bit more time to figure it out, and I spent so much time gathering resources for the build that we're gonna do later that I just don't think I could do it this episode. So yeah, we're gonna work on this now. Alright, we got this Oasis done for the most part. It took forever. I have to do more of the detailing on the edge still with the plants and stuff. I need to figure out how to get more dead bushes because I'm out. So I don't know if I could farm them somehow, but yeah. The biggest challenge I had first off was the mud. I wanted to try a muddy Oasis. I thought that would be like pretty cool to have mud on the bottom, make it darker. And I had the whole thing as mud and I hated it. It was way too dark. The water, like even if we look from above, the water was dirty. It was too dark, I guess is the way to put it. The water was too dark. I think with these little spots, it's still a little dark. I think I need to figure out a way to transition from this sand color into the mud color, but I do think this came out really nice. The shape, it looks really good. It's funny that we have big, little, smallest. It was big, medium, small in a straight line pretty much. But for the most part, I do like the shape of this. I feel like it came out really nice. I have to do terrain work over here still to figure out the full like scope of the terrain, but yeah, very excited. We're gonna move on to getting this thing done over here, and that'll be it for the episode. big build is done. But Quipz, we can't see it right now. I know. That's why I stood here. We shimmy over. It's gonna start peeking out. Oh. Oh. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I'm so happy about this. Gonna look from this side. We got our nice little big nice little big mountain spire. Boom. Boom. I think I could do a better job blending between the pale oak. Or I might just need more pale oak, honestly. Go up a little higher with the pale oak to cut that transition down a little bit. But otherwise, I'm loving this. You got a huge piece in the background. This isn't going to be the only one of these in the desert back here. I want to do a couple of smaller ones. I want to have maybe one at the entranceway into this oasis, and it kind of marks the perimeter. But I think cool kind of biome would be these big deserty spikes. The color palette was a struggle because I didn't know how I was going to blend from desert into some other rock color. And I was thinking like sandy to red, but I couldn't really get that to work out very well, and some of the blocks were kind of expensive. So then it was like, do I use normal stone? No, and I don't go dark. So sand to white was kind of the transition. The first time I tried it, I went white to sand. I flipped it, and it just stood out too much from the like going from the sand on the bottom right into the snow and then going back up. So I flipped it, and I think it came out very well. It looks really good from a distance. When you get a lot closer up, obviously you'll see all of the wood at the bottom, but from a distance, I think it looks great. I'm insanely happy with how this turned out. I think I did a really good job. It stands out a lot because the terrain's not done and there's only one of them. I think if we can do a couple more smaller scale ones in the area around here, it won't stick out as much, but it works as a really nice background piece. It adds a lot of height to this side, and I'm going to do a little bit more Oasis stuff over here. I want to get rid of this river. That's going to be a project in the near future to get rid of this river. But our area is really starting to come together now. I'm super happy with it. I think we made a lot of very good progress this episode. I have a lot to plan. I have an interior I need to finish. And yeah, that's all gonna happen next time, where we continue working on we continue getting things done. Well, I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the Quipz side. Peace. Bye-bye.